Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. As you can see from the title of the video, we're going to be doing how to grow and maintain your hair while in braids type of video, or whatever I decide to title it. It is now 3:47 a.m. so we're going to keep it a little quiet today. We're not going to get too crazy. Okay, I had a long day, I had homework, had an essay that took 4 hours. No, I'm sorry, it was like 6 hours. It literally took me 6 hours, but we're not going to talk about that. Doesn't matter because you guys came here for something and I'm going to give it to you. Okay, I've had my braids in for about 3 weeks now. I will show you guys how they look later on in the video, but first I think I'm just going to go over what products you're going to need to maintain and grow your hair while in box braids. So if you guys want to see that, just keep on watching. Okay, so first I'm going to show you guys the products I'm going to use, then I'm going to give you guys some tips on technique and things that you can do to protect your hair while it's in braids and prolong the lifespan of your braids. And also I'm going to show you guys my braids to see how they look after 3 weeks. Here's a little sneak peek. But yeah, so firstly, I think the most important thing that you should be doing when your hair is in braids that people tend to forget a lot about is moisturize your hair while it's in braids. So what I like to use to moisturize is either a conditioner that's like in liquid form, which could be one of these moisturizing lotions, hair milk, anything like these, or you can do a deep conditioner / leave-in conditioner. These are my favorites. I'm just going to show you guys a variety of products so you guys have some options, because you can honestly use whatever you want, whatever your preference is. This is just like the things you should be using, like a leave-in conditioner or a conditioner in general. So you guys can use, like I said, cream, a leave-in, or you can use spray conditioners like these. I will link every single conditioner and product I have. You don't have to get every single thing, but these are things that I have that I use and rotate. I don't use all of it at the same time. So yeah, I'll leave some of them down in the description box below. Secondly, I recommend you have something that's going to nourish your scalp while your hair is in the braids. Number one reason why people take out their braids too soon, or just take out their braids in general, is because their scalp is itchy or their hair looks crazy because it looks frizzy, it's dry. So these are the things I have that's specifically for roots. This I recommend, number one, this product, exactly this one here. It's the Palmer's Coconut Oil Formula Coconut Oil Strong Roots Spray right here, and you see I'm literally at the end of it. If you ever watched my channel before, I have another video where I was showing how I maintain my box braids. I said I needed to get a new one. This is the new one. It's already done. So yeah, another type of thing that could help your roots stay not itchy is any of these Cantu shea butter, apple cider vinegar products. They made a whole line for, I guess, box braids and protective styles. So this one is the root rinse, which I have never used because I personally do not wash my box braids. I'll get into that more later. But if you do decide that you want to wash your box braids, you shouldn't use shampoo because shampoo gets stuck in the braids, and you don't want shampoo sitting in your hair for extended periods of time because it will dry out your hair. It says it's a gentle scalp detox, deeply cleanses scalp without stripping strands, great for weaves, braids, locks, and extensions. It has no sulfates, no silicones, no parabens, or mineral oil. So it's really good for your hair. If you guys decide you want to use it, I don't know why I bought it. I figured like maybe just in case I wanted to wash my hair I'll get it, but then I never ended up using it, so it's just here. The other product I have from that line is this one. It's the apple cider vinegar root relief. It is just like a gel that has some type of soothing properties to it. It has apple cider vinegar, which is great for your hair in general. It has a lot of benefits for your hair and your skin and your body, but I personally cannot drink that stuff by itself. When it's in products, I like to get the products that it's in because it has a lot of benefits. It soothes itching, irritation, same thing that the other one does. And it has peppermint oil, which is great for your scalp to cool down your scalp and relieve it of itching and all that. Plus that also promotes hair growth when you're stimulating your scalp and stuff when you're rubbing it in. So I recommend those two things. I've never tried the other one, like I said, but this one I definitely used before and I like. And now I'm going to get into more deep penetrating oils. The oils I have are this one from Cantu. It's the Tea Tree and Jojoba Hair and Scalp Oil. I have the Do Grow Mega Thick Formula Hair Oil. Oh my god, I can't even hold them all. The Main Choice multivitamin scalp nourishing growth oil. These are like the main growth oils I have that are like, that say growth oil on it, except for this one. Actually, this is a hair and scalp oil, so I guess this works with the last thing I said, but yeah, whatever. It's still an oil for your scalp. These are good for moisturizing and growing your hair while your hair is in a protective style, because you should be moisturizing your braids like at least every day. I fall victim to the fact that I don't do it every day, but you should be. Like in a perfect world, you'll be doing it every single day as much as you can, because I mean, unless you have an oily scalp, which most of us, I would say, don't, especially when it's in a braid form where it's more vulnerable to drying out because your scalp is more exposed, you should be like trying to moisturize it as much as you can. So another form of oil you can use is coconut oil, which this is just a raw, unrefined, organic one that I got from Walmart. This whole big thing for like, I think $6 maybe. Or this I got from a beauty supply store, Africa's Best Herbal Oil. Macadamia, this one's a little more expensive. This is a healing oil treatment, and you can also use like little oils that you just buy right out of Target, which these are like my favorite ones because they're super cheap. I think these are like $1 or $2. And this is like a tea tree oil. This is a Jamaican black castor oil. This is literally done. I love tea tree oil. Jamaican black castor oil is really good for growing your hair and strengthening your individual strands, and tea tree oil is good for your scalp as well. I'm gonna, like I said, link them all in the description box below. If I don't have links for them, I'll just put the names so that you guys can try to find them, because I don't remember exactly where I got everything from, but I'll try to link them if I can. Next, I'm gonna show you guys gels slash hair layers. These are more edge focused, so like either using an eco styler or just an edge control. It doesn't really matter what you use to lay your edges. Honestly, I used to use a curling cream or any type of heavy thick cream. If your edges are more like manageable to where you can do something light and it probably put like a fabric over it and lay it down and it'll stay, try that. But lately I've been just using this Style Factor edge control, because this one I could just lay down and it won't pop up. That I used like when I didn't really care if it was like laying down flat. I just wanted it to be not rolling away. If you guys don't care about styling it, I recommend maybe just using a cream you already have. Maybe try doing that and then just laying it down with a scarf or an edge layer if you have one. Keep it cute, keep it simple. But yeah, I don't have anything to really say about your edges besides try to moisturize those as well, because those are really the only thing that you're gonna be styling. So try to be gentle when you style it, and if you can, I've also watched like many videos on this. People recommend using, like if you have like an edge brush, using the comb part instead of the brush part, because the comb part is a little more gentle on your edges instead of brushes, because you can be pulling out your hair with this. So if you guys can, try to use the comb part and put oils on your edges if you're not laying them. Okay, now I'm in the last section of the last part of the products, where these are just for maintaining. This is a mousse. It doesn't really matter which mousse you got. I just have this one. A lot of body with coconut and shea oils. Wrap Me Foaming Mousse. I use this on top of my hair. I'll put the mousse on first, then I'll wrap this head wrap around it. Keep it tight, and then it will lay your hair down so all your frizzy flyaways can like lay down with your hair, and it won't be as noticeable or as sticking up and everything. It works better when your hair is kind of wet. So like say you drenched your hair in mad oils and deep conditioner and it looks super great, then you use that. If you did it while it's dry, I guess it could help. I don't really see that happening, but I definitely recommend trying to like drench your hair in oils and stuff like that. Now lastly, this is, again, like I said, just for if you want to add something a little extra. Like the mousse is extra, you don't really need it. These are also extra. This is a healing oil, which it's not really penetrating, I don't think, your hair at all. It really helps with making your hair look shiny and glowy and not dry. Say you did everything like last night, wake up the next day and you're about to go, spray this on your hair. It gives it an extra little gloss, so you're like, oh cute. This is basically the same thing as a Manuka and Mafura oil by Shea Moisture on the go conditioning hair fragrance. It also is like a spray that makes your hair look a little shiny, but mostly it's a fragrance. So if your hair smells a little crazy, or you just want to smell in it, want to have some type of thing, it's not going to be like a perfume, so I wouldn't like, don't have like crazy high expectations for it. But like it definitely is like, if someone picks your hair up and like smells it, it smells great. So if you drench it, I'm sure it'll give off maybe a little scent. So that's just extra things just in case you guys are interested in checking them out. I got most of these things from Target, Walmart, CVS. Like I didn't go crazy out of my way to get any of these things. And again, I will have them in the description box if you guys want to check them out. Now, I'm going to tell you guys about a couple tips and tricks I've learned from having box braids. I've had box braids 3 times over the last 3 years, and I feel like I've had a pretty overall positive experience with all of them. My hair has grown a lot with all of them. And although I know some things have to do with genetics, like some people's hair just grows faster than others, a lot of the reason why people's hair is growing faster is because of their diet, the products they put in their hair, I don't know, like the amount of sleep they get, like just random stuff. You can be comparing your hair to someone else's hair your whole life, and it wouldn't matter if you're not doing the same thing that they're doing. I'm not saying if you do all these things your hair's gonna like just grow at the wazoo, but I'm saying, okay, so I don't know why I stopped saying, but I got off topic and started talking about this growth oil again. But anyway, I'm gonna let you see that in a second. But what I was basically trying to say is that you have to take what anyone says, even me, about growing your hair with a grain of salt, because you're not them. So no matter what, you're probably not gonna get the exact same results that they did, the same length, the same time that it took, all that. So you shouldn't get discouraged if you find out that your results obviously aren't the same exact results. You should just know that as long as it's progress for you and working for you and your hair, that's all the results you need. That's all you need to be worried about. Focusing on someone else's hair journey and comparing it to yours isn't gonna be helpful to you. The only thing you can do is really take what they say, take the tips that they try to give you, and try to incorporate it for your hair to see if it works for you. If it doesn't, that's fine. Find somebody else, maybe their hair journey is more compatible with yours, and you might even notice better results. So what I'm basically trying to say in a nutshell is you have to be patient, basically. Give your hair time, give yourself time, and don't be so hard on yourself, okay? Enjoy this time of your life. Enjoy the journey of healthy hair. Enjoy the entire experience. Just think, okay, take pictures, right? And just think about in a year or even a couple months of how you'll be comparing pictures side by side of how you are now and how you will be. Think about the excitement of that. And maybe I'm looking too into it. I've been told I've done that before, but all I'm trying to say is
basically just enjoy them. Enjoy it.
Especially this oil, this one right here, Do Grow. When I first got it done, I didn't want to like start putting a bunch of stuff in it because it felt fine, so I was like, I'm chilling until I have to. Like obviously I was moisturizing it with like the leave-in sprays, but I didn't want to put anything crazy to like promote frizz, because honestly when you start rubbing things in your hair, it's gonna get a little frizzy, and that's just you know, that's what happens, man. That's what happens. So I didn't have any oils or anything in my hair. As soon as, literally, I probably waited 4 days, and then as soon as I put that oil in my hair, my braids were like loose and hanging off my scalp. I'm like, bro, loosey goosey. It's crazy. I'm just saying, maybe check out that oil in specific. I recommend trying to oil your scalp up as much as you guys can and moisturizing your hair, because when you take your hair out the braids, you don't want to find out that you had your hair in braids and the braids was over here ripping out your hair because the synthetic hair is too rough for your natural hair, and it's over here messing up your hair the whole time while you thought you was protecting your hair. So that's not what you want to find out. You want to find out that your hair is even softer than when you put it in and all that. And if you guys want to know how I protected my hair before I put in the braids, I also have a video on that. You can check it out. It'll be in the eye over here and in the description down below. Some more tips. Did I even start talking about tips? Did I say something about oils? I forgot what I was talking about. Okay, if I didn't start talking about tips, I'm gonna start now. Another tip is try not to wash it. I know it could be like hard, especially if you're used to your scalp feeling a certain way. I personally have a dry scalp, so everything I put in it literally absorbs by the next day. Nothing's like over, like just staying there. Nothing is building up. Like I have, and plus I use products that I don't believe will build up in my hair. The only thing that's building up is probably the gel that my hairstylist put in my hair when she first styled my hair. Everything else is literally things that will absorb into your hair and will dry. So like deep conditioners absorb into your scalp, absorb into your hair. Oils absorb into your scalp, absorb into your hair. It shouldn't be anything that's staying on your hair. Like I wouldn't put gel in between like my braids. Like it's not that serious to get away flyaways because they're gonna still be there. Another tip I have for you guys, which I think I'm going to have to follow myself like by tomorrow, which is try not to keep your braids in for too long, especially if your hair is growing at a faster rate. Know how long your hair is growing. I don't know how to explain it, but I'm just gonna explain it from my point of view right now. My braids are like getting to a point where they're a little far from my scalp because my hair has been growing, so it's like a little loose, and then when I'm putting products in it, my fingers are kind of catching onto my loose hair and pulling it out. Now who can tell me a problem with that? You're right, that is the problem with that. The problem is that my hair from my scalp is going into my braid. I'm pulling that hair away from the braid. It's coming out of the braid. Now the hair is this long, just off of the braid and just hanging on my head. And now there's a strand in the braid that doesn't have a hair on the root. And now when I take out these braids, that strand is gonna just fall out of my head. That's not fun. So don't keep your braids in for too long. You hear people say, oh, I kept my braids in for a month and a half, I kept my braids in for a month, I kept my braids in for 3 weeks. I've known people that kept their braids in for 2 months. I can't do that because at 3 weeks I'm already losing hair like that. So I would not recommend you go above 3 weeks if your hair is an inch off your head, at least an inch. Like, I would not recommend that at all. Especially if you're taking care of it, you're moisturizing it, and you're touching your scalp a lot, you can pull out little pieces of hair. And those little pieces will add up because there's a couple little pieces. Like, there's not just like 1 or 2. There's a couple loose pieces all over my head, and I'm very worried about that. But I will be doing a takedown video, so you guys will see firsthand what happened. If you guys want to see that, just make sure you subscribe and turn on your post notifications so that you'll be the first to find out when I post that video. But pray for me, guys. Just pray for me. My next tip for you guys is sleeping with a bonnet. I know it could be hard because you're like, oh my god, it's braids, like how am I sleeping with a bonnet? But I've had jumbo braids. These are the smallest braids I've ever had. I mean, the bottom's obviously smaller than the top, but I've had jumbo braids, I've had these size braids, and I'm guessing smaller braids would be even easier to put into a bonnet. If I can fit my braids into a bonnet and they're literally touching my butt, like when I stand up they're on my butt, if I can fit these braids into a bonnet, you can too. Trust me, it works. Also, like I said, I'm sorry this video is so unorganized. I'm really trying my best to keep it organized. But like I said before in tip number 2, I think, I don't know, try not to shower with your braids in because it will loosen up. Okay, say like that stylist put gel on your scalp, or maybe they didn't. Either way, you blow dried your hair, right, to put it in braids, right? So you kind of blow dried it straight, then you braided hair onto your straight hair. Now you're wetting it, your hair is curling back up, poofing back up, whatever it's doing. Now it's poofing up in the braid, it's poofing up all throughout this, it's poofing up all here. Now this isn't straight anymore, this is curly. It's not in a cute way, it's curly in a poofy way, in a poofy frizzy way. And now your whole head looks poofy and frizzy when you could have just not washed it and your hair would have still been, I mean, my hair gets a little, it's not saying my hair is perfectly straight in here, but my hair is not drenched in here either. But if your scalp is itchy, again, that's when you start using the products to get rid of itchiness, get rid of blah blah blah. You can even do the root rinse, but I would just recommend not wetting your hair as much as you can. Like, try not to do that. Plus your hair takes forever to dry. Like, to me, it doesn't seem worth it. If you really have to, try to do this one. But yeah, I just don't recommend it. Oh yeah, you can also moisturize your hair in your braids, so depending on how long your hair comes out to, try to put like the deep conditioner, or I mean the oils would be a little hard, but try to definitely put the deep conditioner in your hair right here. Like, if you even put it here and just squeeze it in or whatever, try to do that just so you're moisturizing, especially your ends, because it's so hard to do that. That is the most fragile piece of your hair and you should be trying to moisturize it. But basically I think I'm done with the tips. I'm just gonna show you guys how my hair looks now, the big reveal. But first, subscribe you made it this far, okay? My camera literally ran out of space as soon as I was like, that's hilarious. Okay, anyway, now for the big reveal. Okay, perfect. So this is what my hair looks like. I got my hair done March 11th and it is now April 1st. So you can see how it looks, how my scalp looks, if it looks dry or anything to you, or build-up-y with the amount of products I said I used. I guess you would assume that maybe. You can see the flyaways I have and everything. But yeah, basically that's what I'm working with. But look how much my hair has grown, literally in the braids. This is what I mean by like, it's literally falling off of my scalp. So then when I'm like brushing product through it, this is like, these like little hairs are like coming off and breaking, and the rest of the hair is in the braid. So then when I unravel the braid, the hair is just gonna be falling out. So I'm trying to minimize that, but you see what I mean? Like right here, like these are just short strands, so I'm super worried about that. But just pray for me that it doesn't look too crazy when I take it out. This is my hair growth just from March 11th to April 1st. Could be a lot or a little compared to other people, but everyone has a different hair type, different growth rate. But yeah, so I'm planning on taking these braids out tomorrow because I'm not trying to sit here with them forever. But these are how everything looks, and I did the b-roll of how long it is so you guys can see that. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys learned a lot from me. I mean, this is the second time I tried filming this video, so hopefully it was better than the first. It felt like it was. I felt like it was more streamlined, but I don't know. Let me know in the comments how you think this video went. But yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and let me know some hair care tips if you guys have any down in the comment section below. I would love to hear them because I don't know everything, but we can all help each other. If anyone's watching this video that didn't get anything useful from me, that'd be super unfortunate. But yeah, so thank you guys for watching. Follow me on TikTok, because I'll just put my name right here, somewhere over here. Follow me on there. Follow me on Instagram, and you can add me on Snapchat. Follow me on Twitter too. Everything will be down in the description box below. If you guys want to check anything out, I will gladly appreciate it. Give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe if you guys liked my content. Now I'm gonna officially leave because I've been prolonging this for a long time, and I'm gonna finally do it. So thank you guys for watching. Peace out. Bye.